all praises, honor, and glory
to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Rakakwadash.
I'll give double honors to our apostles at Great Millstone who taught us his truth, and a sincere shalom to the elect out there teach his truth in all honesty and sincerity in these last days. All right, and we're going to get into the topic of suffering in the last days, because what we were called into is not a light thing. You got a lot of Israelites out there that act like this is just some cool thing to be a part of with this, but this is very deadly serious, man. A lot of brothers, they don't realize what they signed up for. Okay, and then there's going to be some that that didn't realize what they signed up for until it's almost too late. Okay, so our job right now is to give you all warning, man. The scriptures say about what? Give them warning from me. What's the warning about? The CHIP, okay, World War III, nuclear war, okay, us being delivered up to these prisons, or so-called concentration camps.
Famine, virus, and diseases.
I mean, and it's coming real soon, man. Just this week, you had India and Japan announce that they're working on digital currencies, man. Okay?
And this week, they said tens of millions of chickens died due to the avian flu?
I believe so.
The avian bird flu, I believe. Forgive me if I'm wrong. But that's tens of millions of chickens just within the U.S. that died of the bird flu, which is also going to cause an effect on the chicken supply.
Yeah. And that's what's going up right now is the eggs. Okay, eggs are like almost $4 a gallon. But if you want to get that in John.
This is John chapter 15, verse 14. Ye are my friends. I'm going to start at 12. Verse 12. This is my commandment, that ye love one another, as I have loved you. This is in red lettering. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. Ye are my friends, if ye do whatsoever I command you. Henceforth I call you not servants, for the
What scripture?
John.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get down there. Henceforth I call you not servants, for the servant knoweth what his Lord doeth. But I have called you my friend. But I have called you friends. For all things that I have heard of my Father, I have made known unto you.
Right, and the scriptures say, who are my mother, who are my brother, and who are my sister, but those that do the will of my Father. Okay, just because you call yourself an Israelite, don't mean that you're doing the will of the Father, man. Okay? And you guys that are in this fucking hip-hop bullshit, okay? Not every fucking thing on the planet needs to have a hip-hop vibe, man.
Or rap.
Yeah. Keep that shit out the truth. Alright? Keep that shit out the truth.
And I'm going to bring this part out again. It says, for all things that I have heard of my Father, I have made known unto you. And what does the script says? He revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. He's whatever he's heard of his Father, he's letting it be known unto us, so we get a heads up. Ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you and ordained you, that ye should go and bring forth fruit, that your fruit should remain, that whatsoever ye shall ask of the Father in my name, he may give it you. These things I command you, that ye love one another. If the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you.
That's right. So we have to suffer that same fate. That same fate. Okay? Like the scriptures say, a servant is not greater than his Lord. Okay, if he went through that, we should expect to go through that.
Right.
Peter got crucified upside down. Okay? Who was it? Who was it? Was it Bartholomew? Bartholomew got skinned alive, and he didn't give up his faith. He got skinned alive. There's a statue of him.
Yeah, if you
His skin hanging up.
Yeah, if you Google the deaths of the apostles and disciples and all of that, a lot of them have some gruesome deaths. This one this one incident I seen, I forgot exactly what man it was, but they threw him off a cliff. He didn't die after they pushed him off the cliff or whatever. So after they pushed him off the cliff, they basically had to go and stone him after they pushed him off the cliff to finish him off.
Is there more in there?
Because the world hated the men back then, and they hate the men now. Yeah, if the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. If ye were of the world will love his own.
So that's why these people are going to come against us, man. The cancel culture is going to hit the Israelites soon. Okay?
Yep.
And you Israelites may think, oh, Esau's going after these patriots because they got all the guns. They may say that, but spiritually they're after you first. Okay? Carnally they're after them first. Okay?
Just to get them out the way so they can have less of a rebellion.
Because they know that this truth is really what's hurting them, man. Okay? It ain't the patriots with the guns and the hand grenades. It's the guys with the real knowledge. The so-called bummites that ain't got shit. Okay? That's how you know that there's power in this word, man. Because this word, like this, like the scriptures say, it can move mountains, man. It can shake mountains. Okay? It can shake these nations up, man.
If ye were of the world will love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world. Therefore, the world hateth you.
Okay? So stop mixing all this worldly bullshit in with the truth, man.
That's right.
You know?
Remember the word that I said unto you. The servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also. For all things they will do unto you for my name's sake.
Right? If they kept it then they'll keep it now. Because we're vessels, okay? But the ones that the ones that came against us, there's the one back then, there's the ones that are coming against us today.
Yep.
In the reincarnation, man. All them scribes and Pharisees, they're all back. You know, they're all taking the fleshly outfits of certain groups like IUIC, standing out there in front of the Barclays Center with that doing them corny chants, man. Esau's gonna nab you guys up in a second. You're teaching your congregation it's okay to to take the inoculation. Okay, and Apostle Tahar posted a video on his Odyssey channel about how they're putting graphene in them jabs, and they're basically you're giving off a Bluetooth signal, man. You're walking Wi-Fi hotspot. They can program you. That's how sick these devils are. You guys want to make videos to appeal to the least common denominator, man.
Yeah,
and kiss the woman's ass.
PC Israelites. PC Israelites.
And that's blood on your hands.
Yes, it is.
We was I just want to add real quick, Salakia. We was watching a video on the way to camp, and it was a response that the elder Manata Zakba did to the elder Kazak down there in Mississippi, and it was going into how, you know, right now being an Israelite is the so-called trendy thing, even though you're born an Israelite. But right now you got a lot of people just hopping on it because they think that it's hot and it's the thing to do. But when all hell breaks loose and things take place, and you know the Lord is trying us, it's not gonna be so hippity. You know, that's when a lot of you fake motherfuckers, you're gonna denounce it. Because we always say the boys are gonna be separated from the men, and we gonna know who was really serious. Hey, we ain't been coming out here all these years because it's trendy.
Right.
We ain't been doing that. We've been coming out here all these years because first and foremost, the Lord allowed us to keep the spirit, and secondly, because we know that this is for real. So we ain't out here, we haven't been out here for 12 winters to play with niggas, man. All right, we trying to make it. We ain't trying to be left and fucking burnt with nuclear fire. We trying to make it on the ships. So that's why we out here, man. Week in and week out. Salaki, that's all I
Right.
wanted to say.
This is Matthew 10 and 24. The disciple is not above his master, nor the servant above his Lord. It is enough for the disciple that he be as his master and the servant as his Lord. If they have called the master of the house Beelzebub, how much more shall they call them of his household? Right. They basically call them a house of murderers, man. Okay? That's what they're basically calling us, a bunch of house of murderers, man. Because we don't like the alphabet people, man. Because we want to see families in their proper order, man. It's actually, you know, when you see a nice family out there these days, and you know the children are in order and they're listening and that, it's a good feeling. And you don't really see that these days, man. When you do, it's a good feeling. That should be everywhere. Okay?
You know, it give off a vibe. You know, it give off a certain energy when you see families together
Mm-hmm.
in order.
Fear them not, therefore, for there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, and hid that shall not be known. What I tell you in darkness, that speak ye in light, which is what the warnings that were given out. Okay? And what ye hear in the ear, that preach ye upon the housetops. Okay? And here's the point in verse 28. And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul. Okay? Which would be what these people here in the world, primarily Esau, Edom, and his soldiers. Okay? Because they're going to come for us soon, man. And like I mentioned at the opening, you know, you got all these countries that are working on these digital currencies, and they're all working on it at the same time. Okay? That ain't no conspiracy that they're all working on this at the same time, because they know that this system is moving over, man. They're moving over to this digital system, man. And if you're not going to be a part of that system and participate, then they don't even want you in the gene pool.
I got a preset. Revelation chapter 2, verse 10, it says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried. And ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life.
And that number 10 represents perfection or completion, man. It doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to be in prison for 10 actual physical days. It just means that we're going to be in prison until the Lord decides that we've had enough, man. Until he sends his son down. Okay? So who knows how long that could be? Who knows how far Esau's going to go, or how far the Lord will let him go, man.
Yeah,
You know?
The point of that scripture was, though, not to fear, though.
Mm-hmm.
Because you ain't supposed to fear death. Death is death a light thing. So it's important for brothers not to fear death. Like I got absolutely no fear of death, man.
I got one more.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is Second Timothy chapter 4, verse 3. It says, for the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lusts shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears. And they shall turn away their ears from the truth, and shall be turned unto fables. But watch thou in all things, endure afflictions, do the work of an evangelist, make full proof of thy ministry. For I am now ready to be offered, because the Apostle Paul knew he was about to be put to death, but he wasn't afraid, because he knew he had a crown of righteousness laid up. It says, for I am now ready to be offered, and the time of my departure is at hand. The time of his departure was talking about his death. He said, I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept the faith. Henceforth there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, shall give me at that day. And not to me only, but unto all them also that love his appearing. So Paul knew that his departure was at hand, and he also knew that crown of righteousness was laid up for him.
Yeah, and that's another thing that we do this for, the reward. You know what I'm saying? When you read the story of faith, it said they all looked for that reward. Everybody's looking for that reward. And nothing you can get in this world is better than what's being offered by the Lord. That reward, that crown of righteousness, that everlasting life. First of all, everlasting life. You know what I'm saying? And like y'all was talking about the families, that family shit ain't gonna happen until the Lord come back, man.
Mm-hmm.
Our nation is destroyed. That true family, we don't even know what that is.
Yeah, I was gonna say when brothers said that, I was gonna say we're gonna get that in the
We're
kingdom.
gonna get that. That's part of the reward.
Mm-hmm.
That's part of the reward. That's what the Lord bring it back. Our people is destroyed, but the Lord gonna bring it back.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 41, verses 1. O death, how bitter is the remembrance of thee to a man that liveth at rest in his possessions.
Yeah, when you like death to Jay-Z, Kanye West, people of that nature that got money, death is a bitter thing to them because they think about the riches they gonna leave behind. Go ahead.
Unto the man that have nothing to vex him, and that hath prosperity in all things. Yea, unto him that is yet able to receive meat. O death, acceptable is thy sentence unto the needy.
We the needy. Israelites the needy. It's way better to be on the other side. Hey, Paul said it in Philippians. You get that too. Get that real quick. Go ahead. To the needy. He said, get that. You know what I'm talking about?
What's the two, right?
Yeah. Go ahead.
O death, acceptable is thy sentence unto the needy, and unto him whose strength failed.
Yeah, your strength fell if you got fucking stage 4 cancer. You should hope to get that death. Go ahead.
That is now in the last age,
Philippians 1 and 2.
and is vexed with all things.
Yeah, go ahead.
And to him that despaireth and has lost patience,
Go ahead.
fear not the sentence of death.
And that's the point. Fear not the sentence of death. You're not supposed to fear the sentence of death because it's from the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Remember them that have been before thee, and that come after. For this is the sentence of the Lord over all flesh.
Right. So like when you read Genesis, the 49th chapter, Jacob, when he was about to die, he fucking told his sons what shall perform the last days. And then he knew he was about to die. He wasn't fighting it and shit. He was like, yeah, he got to put his feet up on his bed and give up the spirit.
Yeah, like Paul, he said, "For my departure is at hand."
Yeah, so like, but see, they had understanding. They taught their kids like, yeah, you died, then you go to your fathers. Our people don't act like they don't know what's gonna happen when you die. Tim on like,
I'm gonna go to hell.
yeah, all
I
that
was about
shit.
to say, a lot of them saying they going to hell.
And that's the problem, man. Our people not get taught the scriptures, man. Get that real quick.
I got something after that.
Timothy's,
All right.
2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 10.
Yeah.
But thou hast fully known my doctrine, manner of life.
You fully know the doctrine. When you fully know the doctrine, you understand all these things. Go ahead. So you're supposed to know about life and death. You're supposed to have that understanding.
Manner of
Since I
life.
came in the truth, I haven't cried at a funeral. My grandmother died. I was just there stone faced. Like it was nothing. I was happy that she was with the Lord. Go ahead.
Manner of life. Purpose. A lot of people don't know their purpose either.
Yeah.
Purpose. Faith. Long suffering. Charity. Patience. Persecutions.
And persecutions. All right, that's part of our plight. Go ahead.
Afflictions.
Afflictions. We you pulled up when you pulled up Ecclesiastes the 2nd chapter when he's about to bring up that. It tell you if you come to serve the Lord, prepare yourself for temptation. Go ahead.
Which came unto me at Antioch.
He was doing the work of the Lord. He was a man of the Lord. And guess what he had to deal with? Persecutions and afflictions. Joseph, persecutions, afflictions. Moses, persecutions, afflictions. Elijah. Go ahead.
at Antioch, at Iconium, at Lystra, and these are multiple places that he basically saying he went through some shit at.
Go ahead.
What persecutions I endured, but out of them all the Lord delivered me.
Yeah, out of them all, at his lowest point, the Lord delivered him. Just like King David. King David's going through shit in the middle. Go ahead.
Ezekiel, man. You know,
Yeah.
That just came to my mind.
Yeah, and all that will live godly in Yahweh
All that will live godly in Yahushua,
shall suffer persecution.
all of them. So we supposed to have our mind set and ready, hardened to suffer those persecutions.
But evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived.
I got some.
Oh, go ahead.
Revelation chapter 21, verse 4. And the Most High shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away.
We're going to get everlasting life in the kingdom, man. You know, we're not going to have to deal with the brother said, you know, their family members
That's
decaying down to nothing.
Yeah, because everybody gonna be in proper order. That's when we'll have that order in the kingdom, when the Most High wipe all the tears away from our eyes, right? Ain't gonna be no more war amongst us.
Yeah, I mean, nowadays, kids can't even go outside playing without worrying about getting kidnapped. You know, we ain't gonna have to worry about none of that shit.
Yeah, but in this time, like you were saying, and you can
I'm holding like 4 scriptures.
you already got called for it though. Second, matter of fact, I do want you to bring out that one. Get us. Nah, go to
I'll bring this out.
Second Ezra 16.
This is real quick. Matthew 20:22. But Yahushua answered and said, "Ye know not what ye ask.
You got it.
Are ye able to drink of the cup that I shall drink of, and to be baptized with the baptism that I
That
am
was
baptized
the
with?"
two sons that came up and asked if they sick at the sea. Because he was telling them, not even just them that sit at the sea, anybody in this truth, you're going to have to go through this. This is what you're going to do. You're able to go through this. Right? So just because you in the truth don't mean that ain't nothing going to happen to you. You're going to go through a temptation. Go ahead, finish that.
They say unto him, "We are able." And he saith unto him, "Ye shall drink indeed of my cup, and be baptized with the baptism that I am baptized with. But to sit on my right hand and on my left is not mine to give, but it shall be given to them for whom it is prepared of my Father."
What's the name? Maccabees, yeah.
This is
Back to that.
2 Maccabees 6:1. Not long after this, the king sent an old man of Athens to compel the Jews to depart from the laws of their fathers.
Yeah, because they don't want us to be, this been happening all the time, them trying to take away our nationality. So you got people, like you showed that video of them chasing that Jew, got that shit going. It's not going, you getting the laugh, niggas do shit to laugh.
Yeah.
That shit gonna be
Serious.
it's gonna be the rephysicians.
Well, the demonization gonna be on us,
That's a fact.
you know?
Because they saying that we not physically doing shit, but we're influencing.
Yeah.
That's what you're trying to say. We influencing. Then you got Sakari coming out with guns, bulletproof vests, fucking IUIC acting like they're a fucking army, doing all types of fucking
Someone
dumb
up
shit.
to the- what the
When the
fuck,
Lord
the
didn't say to
Black
do that. Go ahead, get that.
And not to live after the laws of the Most High, but to put also the temple in Jerusalem.
Hey, you see, the nigga Charleston White, he said that, I want Charlie, the Jews get them niggas, do to them like you did to Kanye West. They want them to kill us. And that's how,
And to call it the temple of Jupiter Olympius, and that in Gerizim of Jupiter, the defender of strangers, as they did desire that dwelt in the place. The coming end of this mischief was sore and grievous to the people, for the temple was filled with riot and reveling by the Gentiles, who dallied with harlots and had to do with women within the circuit of the
That's
holy
what they do in
places.
these fucking Christian churches. They dallying with harlots. They doing all types of shit. I seen some dude doing a rap performance in the fucking saying cursing and shit all in the church. I mean, like, you know, we curse, but that shit was like
It's a
crazy.
no-no to them.
Yeah.
Well,
that
I mean, we use Babylonian profanity.
Yeah,
we
they
know
was,
what real cursing is.
yeah, but they was like, it was
I get what
like
you're saying.
wicked as fuck. Like,
Yeah, it's
They
supposed
be-
to be a holy place, right?
yeah, man. Go ahead.
And if you really want some hoes, you can really go to church and find
you
them.
can.
That's where the hoes at.
That's where they at.
And therefore his eye was not upon the place. Oh, Slakia. Actually, where was that? Verse 3. And besides that, brought in things that were not lawful. Okay, so they brought things that weren't lawful into the temple. The altar also was filled with profane things, which the law forbiddeth. Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days or ancient feasts. Or,
Yeah, our people not keeping the ancient feasts. You can't. Our people don't even know what the Passover is. You ask a fucking Christian what the Passover is.
They feasted on Thursday.
Yeah, they feasted on Thursday. They keep these fucking wicked
Matter
ass
of fact.
fucking pagan days.
They still feasting
They'll
now.
tell you Easter.
Yeah, you niggas eating 2-day leftovers right now.
Yeah.
Still.
Go ahead.
Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days or ancient feasts, or to profess at himself at all to be a Jew.
And you see that with Kanye, he can't profess himself to be a Jew. They just ignore us.
God.
But like all Ice Cube when he came out, what you're a Jew? You're like, no, fuck that. Like, feel me though? But see now they gonna end up putting you to death. They got I see the law and they gonna start putting you niggas to death. They California trying to get San Francisco trying to get the robotic dogs with the guns.
Yep.
They give them permission to kill.
Yep. Newly created beasts.
Yeah,
See,
because
but
they're doing the forced inoculation in China. They're rioting right now, man. It's on the social medias.
And all you niggas on TikTok making jokes and fucking around and bullshitting, Lord gonna put you in the ground.
Yeah, that you can't profess yourself to be a Jew. They, yeah,
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Yahushua Mashiach, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumor of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass.
you got that in the world today. Wars and rumors of wars. Why that shit ain't pop off in Russia yet? A nuke should have been went off, but it ain't happened yet because the prophecy's not fulfilled. The angels holding back the holding it back. A missile should have been went off. A fucking nuke. Yeah. Keep going.
But the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom.
You see that going on now. I just seen a video because it say that our allies gonna turn against us. England hot right now. They freezing right now. They're not getting no fucking heat. It's, U.S. blew up the fucking thing. And then they said inflation. They said everything is up. Inflation is up 10% over there. Things going up every day. So hyperinflation going on over there, and that shit gonna come here.
Certain goods are being rationed. You know, like remember at the beginning of the pandemic, you could only get so many cartons of eggs, so much toilet
That's
paper.
how it is over there now.
Yep. It's coming back here.
It is here. I've seen it a couple times. Do you see? You only can buy 2. It's still going on here. Like he said, eggs $5 a dozen.
Shit, milk. That shit like $4 something.
Yeah.
A gallon of milk. You don't even want to buy that shit with food stamps.
Yeah,
Like,
I
damn.
went to go get eggs. Then, my roommate is like, he said, we got eggs. I was like, nah, I'm gonna get these shits. And I looked at the price, I put them shits back.
It'd be
Huh.
cheaper just to buy the fucking chickens and keep keep them in a shed or
NYC
something.
warned for an economic disaster. See that?
Can I read this concerning war? This is Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 46. And lest your heart faint, and ye fear for the rumor that shall be heard in the land. A rumor shall both come 1 year, and after that another year shall come a rumor, and violence in the land, ruler against ruler.
Yeah, so that's why people people so relaxed here in Babylon. So across the world, it's serious.
It's
all
hot.
around the world. But here it's
Because you know, and somebody was mentioning that in China, their social media algorithms is a lot different. Like over here in Babylon, the social media, if you go on TikTok and shit, it'll be a bunch of bullshit. But they said in China and other places, like their children might be watching TikTok and it's shit that actually teaches them stuff.
yeah.
So they
going on?
they not gonna be watching TikTok in China and it's bitches twerking and shit. They TikTok might be, you know, showing them how to build something or something quote unquote educational. So Esau, you know, the algorithms are different. Cause over here, this is the land of folly. That's why you motherfuckers are so stupid.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 6, verse 1. Woe to them that are ease in Zion and trust in the mountain of Samaria, which I named chief of the nation, to whom the house of Israel came. No?
And you Israelites are settled on your lees, man. Like,
I got that right here.
God.
Zephaniah 1 and 12. And it shall Zephaniah 1 and 7. Hold thy peace at the presence of the Lord Yahweh, for the day of the Lord is at hand. For the Lord hath prepared a sacrifice. He hath bid his guests. And it shall come to pass in the day of the Lord's sacrifice.
The guess is there's you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Because the Lord said the nations as a drop of a bucket, he don't give a fuck about them. So he talking about y'all. Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass in the day of the Lord's sacrifice, I will punish the princes and the king's children, and all such as are clothed with strange apparel.
The clothes with strange apparel. These are most of our people don't even believe in God no more, man. These motherfuckers wicked as hell, man.
Right.
Word. Talking about, oh, I believe in the higher power. Man, the Most High is gonna fucking destroy you. The Most High is gonna fucking destroy you if your grandmother think that you're gonna destroy her. Your fucking kids. Go ahead.
And the same day also will I punish all those that leap on the threshold, which build their masters' houses.
Yeah, all you people leave to go fucking celebrate Thanksgiving. That's gonna leave to celebrate Christmas. Oh, I got it. It's for the kids. Lord gonna
Broke
fucking
as shit.
destroy you and them fucking kids, man.
You should have seen you niggas in the stores, man. I forgot my last minute stuff.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas got all the energy towards wickedness, man. I forgot the eggs. I forgot the
and
noodles.
The kids really don't care about them. The experiment has been done. I mean, my kids, since I've been in the truth, none of that shit, they won't even mention that shit to me. Alright? They don't mention no fucking holidays to me. Because they respect me. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't care about that shit.
And all that energy you niggas put into it, it's over now. Look, Thanksgiving is over.
Yeah.
Now Christmas gonna come. December 26th, that shit gonna be over.
Here it is. Jake broke as fuck.
Right.
Gonna spend all his remaining money on this next month and a half.
Not to mention they wasted a lot of food too, because a lot of them leftovers going in the garbage.
No wisdom. But that's what they get. In the same day also will I punish all those that leap on the threshold, which fill their masters' houses with violence and deceit. And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord, that there shall be the noise of a cry from the fish gate, and a howling from the second, and a great crashing from the hills. Howl ye inhabitants of Maktesh. Okay, we're seeing this right now with the markets in a swoon, man. Okay, nobody knows where to go. There's nowhere to make money right now. Nowhere. For all the merchant people are cut down. All they that bear silver are cut off. And it shall come to pass at the time that I will search Jerusalem with candles and punish men that are settled on their lees, that say in their heart, the Lord will not do good, neither will he do evil.
Do you think the Most High got no fucking power? Like
that was just the ancient days.
Yeah, like old back in the Bible. Like the Lord in control of everything, man. It's more. Is it? That was it.
Yeah, you niggas are relaxed. And Esau's getting you fat so he could come in and swoop on your ass, man. He's getting you fat and relaxed.
Makes you lazy. Okay, everything that Esau pushes at you is destructive to your spirit.
And body. To your spirit and body. He breaking people down on the spiritual and carnal level.
This is the book of Daniel. This is the book of Daniel. Slot. This is the book of Daniel, chapter 4, verse 17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and set up over the basis of men.
Yeah, but the point is that the Most High rules in the kingdom of men. Anything that go down, the Most High authorize that shit.
Man's going to the Lord.
Yeah.
How can a man then know his own way?
Yeah, and the scriptures say the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. So everything that these different kings and rulers are establishing, the Most High is making them do that. All these decrees and laws, Most High is making them do that. That's why World War III is going to be fought with buttons, basically.
This Ecclesiastes 10:4. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. In the hand of Yahweh is the prosperity of man, and upon the person of the scribe shall he lay his honor. And that's straightforward. You know, the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord.
It says he shall set over who is profitable.
Yeah.
And that's talking about the Israelites. The world is going to be under Israelite rulership, Israelite control, Israelite law, statutes, and commandments.
And in the hand of Yahweh is the prosperity of man. The Lord bringeth up, he bringeth down. He maketh rich, he maketh poor.
This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 16, verse 69. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach, and trodden underfoot. For there should be in every place, and in the next cities, a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord.
Yeah, so you new Israelites that want to come out and post shit. I keep telling you posting shit. You marked. You marked. They said December 1st, any political or religious view on Facebook is gonna be taken down. But you're gonna be marked, all right? They're gonna come for you. And when they come for you, it's gonna come a time where they're gonna kill you, man. Or you're gonna have to deny the Lord or take that mark.
It don't matter if you posted something 10 years ago.
Yeah.
They got it.
Yeah, they got it.
Yeah, let me say this real quick. Years ago, I don't know how many years ago I had a Facebook. I say probably like 5, maybe 4 or 5 years ago. I used to post scriptures every day. And then, you grow up in this thing. That's nothing against you brothers some brothers post stuff, but if you was to ask me my advice, I would say, if you got a social media, just keep it normal, man.
Yeah.
Keep it regular.
Keep it normal. Yeah, I used to do that shit too. I used to be on it, but that's like dead. It's dead. Facebook ain't for that.
Yeah.
Facebook is not for that. Ain't nobody gonna what's name. Gonna get a bunch of demons.
Really, the YouTube is for that. The Most High really made the YouTube for. Now it could be people that woke up on other social media sites, but YouTube is really the Most High really created the YouTube for that. You supposed to be you supposed to be like Clark Kent. When people see you, they ain't supposed to be able to really tell what you do. You supposed to be like Clark Kent. If somebody look at your social media, they supposed to be, he teach the Bible, he is Israelite. But he don't look like we gotta be Clark Kent. Hey, we ain't hiding nothing. We out here, right? Just because you like Clark, Superman wasn't hiding when he became Superman, right? It's not like we hiding, but you don't want to put a target on yourself. That's why we don't wear fringes to work. Okay, we not going to work with our fringes on. I gotta keep the laws. No, man. Most High knows our spirits.
We don't wear T-shirts that say "No Swine Society,"
Yeah, some
man.
people do. They do that to
Like
please
that,
men.
for like
Yeah, men
No,
pleasers.
to please men.
Yeah.
And they get their reward. You got your reward.
And wearing your fringes don't make you righteous, man. You got niggas smoking cigarettes wearing fringes. Go ahead.
They should be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord.
Yeah, when you win this thing, they're gonna be you gotta be ready for that. They say they're gonna be spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. The Israelites. Go ahead.
For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses.
Slaves.
Then shall they be known who are my chosen.
Yeah, the ones that's getting mastered. That's how you gonna know who's the Lord's chosen. All right, the ones that don't fold, do that. Go ahead.
And they shall be tried as the gold and the fire.
Hey, y'all seen that? Y'all see videos of gold burning in fire? That's how it's gonna be.
Get brought down to a liquid.
Yeah, that's how it's gonna be.
And after it's done, it's purified.
And it has to be melted down several times. That's the
Yeah.
purification.
Imagine if
several
you was
stages.
that gold and you in that fire, like you like damn, like it's gonna never end. And then you finally purify it.
It's- that kind of resonates with this truth, man. You know, you go through a little hell, and the Most High lays up and you
Yep.
go
Yep.
for a little while, and he.
I just went through that. I just went through that season myself, where you just feel like you about to just fucking give it up.
Yeah.
About to give up the goal. That shit is scary, man. But you gotta pray to the Lord, and the Lord will he'll heal you. But you this ain't easy though. This ain't easy. You know, prepare your soul for temptation.
Hey, sometimes you gotta
Still
go.
got that too.
Sometimes you gotta go all the way to death.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Have faith unto death. If you want to get technical, that's a commandment. Have faith unto death.
Be ye not afraid.
Be not afraid. We ain't never supposed to be afraid. Well, okay, because it's gonna come a time where they gonna be chopping people's head off. We don't take them out. Okay, you ain't gonna get it. Okay, let's go get your head chopped off. Be not afraid.
You gotta be sure it is
Go
what
ahead.
it is. It's Lord's will.
See, because there's these
Hold
people
on.
in the world.
Go ahead.
Be ye not afraid, neither doubt,
Neither doubt.
for Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shah is your God.
We ain't never supposed to doubt. It's all types of fucking it's coming out the chariots. Like chariot sightings all the time. I see chariots all the time. But you got all types of sightings. You got the pilots. The one military pilot said, "Yo, every time we go out, we see him."
Yeah, every time I seen it on
Yeah,
the
it's like, oh,
on the
we
radar.
almost-
They on the radar
Yeah.
every single day.
He said, "I almost hit one of them." Like
Yeah, I seen that shit.
the fucking. So you ain't supposed to doubt. The chariots out there. He said,
And they playing with them.
when all these things shall come to pass, look up, because your redemption draweth nigh. Our redemption.
They
is-
watching us right now.
Yeah.
Just because we may not be able to see them physically, the chariots they're watching us now.
Yeah, so we not supposed to fear or doubt because they doing their part. They showing themselves, right? Show faith. We ain't supposed to doubt.
And the God of them who keep my commandments and precepts, saith the Lord power. Let not your sins weigh you down, and let not your iniquities lift themselves up.
I got some. Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 4. And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
Yeah, that's talking about that exemption from that serious judgment, man. All right, and if you don't receive His mark, okay, and you keep your faith unto the end, you may receive that exemption, man.
You could resist one mark to receive the other one. That's the spirit.
Yeah.
You resist the charagma and you receive the tawa. So look, the Lord is cold.
It's Ecclesiastes chapter 2. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure.
Why you gotta constantly endure? Cause shit gonna be happening to you. That's why you gotta constantly endure.
And make not haste in time of trouble.
and make not hasten time of trouble.
Chill the fuck out. Shit, you
Yeah.
know what it is.
That time of trouble could be a blade cutting off your head. Alright? It could be torturing you. Starving you out. You always supposed to, it say, be not afraid, neither doubt. Go ahead.
You notice, right? What these devils are doing is, what was it, last year you had Kazakhstan, had their power cut when it was 9 degrees outside or something. And now you got Ukraine, they're saying less than 50% of Ukraine has power right now. Okay, so you know that they're gonna, that they're gonna try that here, man. Or elsewhere.
Yeah, eventually, you know, when we see shit happen in other countries, we know it's coming to America eventually. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end.
That's what it's all about, being increased at your last end.
That's why the
Where it
scripture
say they love not their lives.
That's why the
You know what
scripture
I'm
say,
talking about?
better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. And the scripture say,
I got it.
that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully.
Yeah, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully. All right, trying to give you that chip or whatever.
Fire you.
Yeah, or when they try to take that cheerfully, man, because that means the Lord dealing with you as like with sons. Like I say,
And whatever hurdle you may face for making that decision, the Lord's got your back through that, man.
Yeah, so he gonna give you 100-fold.
Revelation chapter 12, verse 11. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto the death.
And they love not their lives unto death. All right, these people. I hate when people say, shit, "I love my life. I love my life."
I love my whole life.
Yo, and it's bad now, and that which get into the scriptures, lovers of themselves.
Yeah.
I see it a lot. People always, mainly women, Jake women. I'm so in love with
These
myself.
niggas
I'm so
too.
in love with myself.
Narcissism.
Like
man.
they say it.
Yeah.
Like they come out and say it. I'm so in love with myself. I'm so gorgeous. I'm this. I'm
Well, that's
that.
really where the taking selfies.
Yeah.
That's where that vibration came from. That's self-worship. People didn't used to take pictures. When selfies came out, that shit is a whole nother vibration. Because it makes you, especially now bitches can do filters,
Yeah.
it makes them in love with themselves.
Yeah.
You know?
That was it.
Yeah, kind of.
Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take carefully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate.
Yeah, that patience, you might have to have that patience for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Man, I always bring up Joseph, man. He was locked up for 13 years. He had to be patient.
That's real patience right there.
Yeah.
All right?
You
That's
and
why I say, today's, he said, that means a complete time. You could be fucking, motherfuckers come in on schedule, waterboarding the fuck out of you, doing all types of shit to you. But you gotta take that shit patiently.
It means to suffer.
Yeah, the Lord coming back, man. And they gonna pay for that shit, man. For putting their hands on you. Go ahead.
and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. And that go back to Samuel, the Lord lifteth up, he bringeth low. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
Acceptable.
Acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. We know adversity, you know, and a lot of people can't handle adversity.
Yeah, but this ain't for a lot of people. It's for the saints, man. The Israelites.
A lot of people can't handle the world hating them, or the world wanting to kill them, or the world demonizing them.
If you care what other people think, man, this might not be the thing for you.
Yeah, if you care what other people think, you're not going to be able to handle adversity. Believe in him, and he will help thee.
Believe in him, Yahweh Shai, and he will help thee. That's all we is to do. But it says you're supposed to cleave onto him, believe on him, and the Lord will help you. So when you in that lowest state, when you suffering, all right, believe on Yahweh Shai, man, that he gonna do what he said he gonna do. Don't fear, neither doubt. It's important. Go ahead.
Believe in him and he will help me. Order thy way aright and trust in him. And it's order thy way aright, meaning you got to do what you're supposed to do to please the Heavenly Father and his Son. You got to trust in him. He that feared the Lord, wait for his mercy. Go not aside lest he fall.
Yeah, go not aside. Don't go take the jungle juice for a job. Right? Don't take his Karagma. All right?
Ye that feared the Lord, believe him, and your reward shall not fail.
And your reward will not fail. It's a
Get to the
guarantee.
reward.
Yeah, and that's what it's about. It's about the reward. Get 1 Corinthians 9:16. It's about the reward.
It's about getting that inheritance, man.
Yeah.
We were promised that inheritance.
And the part of the reward is mercy and salvation and compassion.
Get what's the name real quick? Hebrews 11.
I got it right here.
Oh, go ahead.
Hebrews 11:6.
Get that.
But without faith, it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to the Most High must believe that he is.
So you gotta believe. You gotta have faith. And you gotta believe. And if you believe, you gotta believe he's gonna do the things he said he's gonna do. I mean, you gotta trust him. Go ahead.
And that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him.
See, a reward. It's about the reward, man. Just when you take a job, you don't take a job for nothing.
Need
you
that
do it
pay.
for the reward.
Yeah,
Right.
that's
That's-
Working for free.
yeah, you do it for the reward. The reward is the pay, the bonuses. It's a job. We getting that reward. And it's better than anything we can get in this world.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 16. For though I preach the gospel, I have nothing to glory of, for necessity is laid upon me. Yea, woe is unto me if I preach not the gospel.
Yeah.
For if I do this willingly,
Well, if I do this thing willingly, go ahead.
I have a reward.
We got a reward. See, Paul was doing it. He wanted his reward. It's about the reward, man, which is better than this shit, man. The millions and the billions and all that crazy shit.
That
That
can be
Esau,
taken away from you. in
right?
a
That
fucking
moths
blink of a dime.
and thieves can take. All right.
But if any against my will, a dispensation of the gospel is committed unto me.
Yeah, that was basically it. It's about the reward. Matter of fact. Yeah, skip down to 24. Read 25.
Yes, sir. That part. That's 209.
That's
Continuing.
about reward. Or what?
I got the greatest reward precept.
Go ahead, get that. This fires.
Matthew 6:24. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and mammon.
And mammon is money, right? And that's the most powerful God. Is mammon, money. You know what I'm saying?
Therefore, I say unto you, take no thought for your life.
Yeah, take no thought for your life. And that's what our people do. They always trying to save their own life when the Lord got your fucking life in his hand. Go ahead.
What ye shall eat or what ye shall drink, nor yet for your body what ye shall put on. Is not the life more than meat, and the body than raiment?
That's
I gotta read 26. Behold the fowls of the air, for they sow not, neither do they reap, nor gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feedeth them. Are ye not much better than they?
right. So you better than the birds. The Lord know what you need. That's why
That's why it was written.
that's why when you read that's Matthew.
Yes.
That's why when you read the Lord's Prayer, they was asking the Lord, yo, how do we pray? And he like, the Lord already know what you need, so all you gotta do is to say these prayers. The Lord know what you need. He's gonna make sure He gonna make sure His servants eat. Get Isaiah 65 and 13. Go ahead, finish.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 9, verse 24. Know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize? So run that ye may obtain. And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, world, versus world do. But we in an incorruptible.
Yeah, we doing it to get that incorruptible crown. The reward, ultimate reward, John.
Oh, Khan. 2 Ezra 2 and 42. And I, Ezra, saw upon Mount Sion a great people whom I could not number, and they all praised the Lord with songs. And in the midst of them there was a young man of a high stature, taller than all the rest, and upon every one of their heads he set crowns. And I was more exalted, and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly. That was Yahushai. So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? He answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of our power. Now they are crowned and receive palms. Then said I unto the angel, What young person is it that crowneth them and giveth them palms in their hands? So he answered and said unto me, It is the Son of the Most High, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord. And the angel said unto me, Go thy way and tell my people what manner of things and great wonders of the Lord power thou hast seen.
Yep, stood stiffly, man. Like a giant rock that you know you can't lift up and you try and push it.
Yep.
Okay? Standing up, man. The Lord wants men who are going to stand up. Okay? He ain't dealing with no on-the-fence guys. He ain't dealing with no guys who spend all their time on social media posting pictures and nonsense.
So just getting into praying, you know, in the spirit and all of that. This Romans chapter 8, verse 26. Likewise, the Spirit also helpeth our infirmities. For we know not what we should pray for as we ought, but the Spirit itself maketh intercession for us with groanings which cannot be uttered. So the scriptures basically stating our spirit. Now I'm saying the spirit is communicating, you know. Because it say, for likewise the Spirit also helpeth our infirmities, for we know not what we should pray for. We should pray for as we ought, but the Spirit itself maketh intercession for us with groanings which cannot be uttered. And he that searcheth the hearts, meaning your mind, and he that searcheth the hearts knoweth what is the mind of the Spirit, because he maketh intercession for the saints according to the will of Yahweh. Going back to man's ways being the Lord directed man's ways. You know, man's ways is going to the Lord. The Lord making intercession on your thoughts and on your mind and your spirit. For the saints.
The book of Sirach, chapter 2, verse 7. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside lest ye fall.
Yeah, if you go aside, that's how you gonna fall. By thinking, oh, I can save myself. No, the Lord gonna save you. If the Lord got you in this position, it's for a reason.
So I say with patience.
Yeah, with patience. Go ahead.
Wait for his mercy,
Wait for his mercy.
and go not aside lest ye fall.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ye that fear the Lord, believe him, and your reward shall not fail.
Yeah, your reward, again, that just went to the reward. Wait for him. Go ahead, read that again. Verse 8.
Ye that fear the Lord, believe him, and your reward shall not fail.
Yeah, believe in him, your reward shall not fail, man. So don't lose the faith, man.
Hey, there's more? if it's more, keep going.
Ye that fear the Lord, hope for good, and for everlasting joy and mercy.
And for everlasting joy and mercy forever.
Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken?
Can't name one
Or
time.
whom did he ever despise that call upon him?
Can't name one time. Even Ahab, all right, who was called the enemy of the Lord, when he humbled himself down, the Lord saved him. And they said the Lord hated Ahab. He ended up killing him later. But shit, he had mercy and compassion on him. Because Ahab called upon him. Humbled himself too. Yeah.
So with that, Lord willing, you brothers were edified. We're going to give all praise, honor, and glory
So Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Rakakodash.
Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth through the Holy Spirit. Peace and blessings and salutations to the elect. Lord willing, we'll see you brothers and sisters next week. Shalom.